I can bank shots better than I can do long shots. I can do long shots better than I can bank shots. Bank shots are a lot easier once you... Yeah, exactly. Like, once you know how to do a bank shot, you're good at it. The things that I was really good at is the long shots, mowing the grass, as we said, and cutting. I was very good at taking a ball and, like, cutting it into a pocket and having, like, spin on the cue ball so that way it, like, sits in place so that way you're setting up your next shot. A good leave, as we would say to each other. Anyways, billiard discussion aside, let's get into it, everyone. We are here ready to go into our best of 7 grand finals for Murky Cup Season 2. On the left side, coming from the upper bracket, is going to be Copium. On the right side, coming from the lower bracket, who just fought through a best of 5, going to map number 5, and sending bounty hunters to 3rd place in this tournament, it'll be Rip. So Rip are hot off of the press, if you will. Rip is hot off the coals, and they got momentum from that first series. I don't know what Copium was doing beforehand. I don't know if they were scrimming, ARAMing, chilling, eating a pizza. I have no idea, but this is, we got a couple housekeeping things. So you may have seen, we're going to Haunted Mines for map number 1. This is going to be the tournament choice. The winner from the upper bracket, Copium, they don't get a map advantage. They literally just get first pick advantage. That's it. I actually thought they got first pick and map pick advantage, but apparently the admin said that it's Haunted Mines. It is Haunted Mines. Meta Madness style of draft, so the 10 heroes that are picked and played on this map will not be available in maps 2, 3, or 4. We're guaranteed 4 maps in total, as you need 4 maps to win. I'm hoping, we've already gone max duration on maps today. And I hope you all are as well, are hoping for a 7-map series. I am happy to cast all 12 games. I'm happy to lose my voice today for your entertainment, for our enjoyment. Let's get into it. First pick Johanna for the side of Copium for Haunted Mines. We do have a Maiev, Lucio, Chromie, and Sylvanas bans. Those will not carry over. Granted, Chromie, Lucio have been permabanned in all 5 games today, if I'm not mistaken. Blaze Muradin for the right side, so it's just going to be a 1-2 punch with that. Jet Propulsion into Stormbolt, or vice versa. Johanna with what, though? When the winner advantage is being the winning team, and you're on the left side. Junkrat, Johanna, Anduin. So, is there a consideration for a Genji ban from Rip if they're not planning on taking it? Genji Anduin is a very, very common combo. Hogger is up and available as well. Hogger with Hortapult is another good one too, and I actually like the Hogger better. He's good at grabbing camps. His mobility through the mines is really good. So actually, if they don't plan on taking it on the side of Rip, I'd like to see a Hogger ban or a Genji ban, or maybe they'll ban out something different because they plan on taking both of those. Nope. They get rid of the Genji. Now, you might be like, but Bahamut, they already have Blaze. Why would they take a Hogger? Because we've been seeing a lot of teams do 1 main tank, 2 bruisers, a healer, and a hyper carry. That has been a very common thing within this tournament, and as of late in Heroes of Storm, even in Heroes Lounge, I'm seeing it as well. Speaking of, we will be doing Heroes Lounge on Tuesday and Thursday this week, so we will be doing some community casting as always. So if you enjoy the Heroes casting today, be sure to come by on Tuesday and Thursday for that. You should realistically just come by the stream every single day of the week. Monday's my only day off. Come by, hang out with us. We have great content, great fun, great shenanigans. And then sometimes I just yell at chat. We have Blaze Muradin on the right side. Still need that healer. What do they want to go into here? Vala Malfurion, and then they can flex that last pick if they want. I do think this will be a Hogger for Copium. I really do think it'll be a Hogger. You don't see it very often. Light Bomb and Falling Sword is still very good. Yeah, it's just there's easier targets to run that with. Hogger, Genji, Leoric actually is not a bad idea either. Actually, Leoric wouldn't be too awful here. Wraithwalk and Tomb. I actually like the Muradin a ton. Well, the Leoric a lot, but the Blaze with Bunker next to the Entomb was pretty much mitigates that. So we'll see a Chen, Cassia. Blaze stun, Muradin stun, Rain of Vengeance. So no Holy Word Salvation potential. Too many interrupts. Light Bomb will probably be the target with a Chen, Flying Kick, and Wandering Keg, I would assume. I just pick Hogger here. I think Hogger slots in with this comp so good.
Finally.
That's a very early Alarak. I was not expecting him in this map number 1. Maybe like further on, but okay. So more control. I like this. Falling Sword is objectively the worst Johanna ult, though. That's an opinion. Finally. Oh, I can use my favorite Alarak button. Where is it? Where's my Alarak button? Ah, there it is.
I have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
That's my favorite Alarak quote. Left side of the map is gonna be Copium. You've got Banana on your Anduin. Sirdeath playing the Chen. Nano Cassia looking at a Masquerade Johanna, and Holpaka on your Junkrat. Right side of the map is going to be Rip. You've got your Sven Blaze, Krinkle, Muradin, Azerite on the Vala, Bloodcool, playing the Alarak, and Vac on that Malfurion. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for watching the stream. If somehow you're watching my stream be restreamed, that's not cool. You should report that stream. As we get into it, best of 7 grand finals. You'll love to see it. Extended Lightning for the Alarak. You actually have the Neural Stim Pack on Blaze. Malfurion will be going into Emerald Dreams. You got a third win Muradin, and Junkrat will be going, or sorry, Vala will be going into the Puncturing Arrow. Junkrat, though, on the opposing side will be extra wound timers. We've got a Thunderstroke Cassia, Precious Ingredients Chen, Power Word Shield for the Anduin, and Zealous Glare Johanna. Masquerade stepping up, gets hit with a Telekinesis, blinded as well. Krankle with a little Thunderclap on the ground. That'll be that. We're just waiting for our first objective phase to be announced in the lower side of this arena. A bit of pressure on a Masquerade, trading blows with Muradin here. Oil Slick goes down on the ground. Sven heals off of that. Gets a little jet propulsion into the face of this Chen. Oh, Bear. That's very nice of you, bud. Thank you. I appreciate the kindness. Really do appreciate you taking the time to type and send that message. Muradin steps up. Thunderclap goes down the ground. Chen coming in as well. Contest over this camp. The Concussion Mine Blast Ball to the side. Alarak with a Telekinesis. A Silence as well. Another Silence comes through. Alarak trying to get that triple hit with the Extended Lightning level 1. Vac is getting low, and Muradin, will go down. We do have that level 1 being completed by Alarak off of this engagement. Maybe they get a Junkrat kill and find a trade. Jet Propulsion from Blaze is good, but it's not going to be good enough. There's going to be a Fen from Cassia, and Sven will go down. A double kill and a camp over the side of Copium. The consolation prize, Alarak's done with Extended Lightning, so he's got that 10% back and all the rewards as they destroy the Johanna. That was, yeah. There were so many people grouped around for this, and I was like, God, there's such an opportunity for Blood to get that Alarak level 1 Extended Lightning talent finished out, and that's huge, honestly. Getting that done that early. While we have this lull, we can actually talk about it a little bit. Hello, wait, this Oil Dispersal level 4? What are we grilling? Are we killing, potentially? I doubt it, but a man can dream. We, level 1 for the Alarak. That's what we're going to talk about. So the first reward, because there are 3, after hitting 5 heroes, increase the Lightning Surge range by 20%. After hitting 15 heroes, Lightning Surge's center also slows enemies by 40% for 2 seconds. And after hitting the 3 heroes with a single cast at the center, you get your 10% back. Oh no, Blaze at the top lane will be going down. Concussion Mine caught between his Steel Trap, Concussion Mine, and the entire enemy team. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, though, Nano will be traded. Alarak getting another 3% sadism Azerite in the bottom mines, or down here in the mines. We'll start working on a few of these Risen Miners. Alarak to do the same. There's a, if you don't know Haunted Mines, there's a set number of Risen Miners in the mine, 100. Each miner drops, it's like 4 skulls or something like that. The center boss dropping like 28. So as you go to these bundles, you can pick up quite a few of the skulls. If you basically get above 50%, like, I think the biggest play is to try and get all the Risen Miners and then kind of ignore a boss. 38 of those do remain still. You do have a fight breaking out. Banana getting dropped a little bit low, but Vala may get taken down, and she will. A 4th kill to the left-hand side as Hopaka gets blasted to the left. Let's see who's going to be able to grab the most of these Risen Miner Skulls. 32-40 with 28 remaining on this big center boss. Fun fact, you can also see what they're doing down through the center. Look at that. Whee! Look at them go! Alarak looking to step up here. No, they're going to give it. Okay. So it's going to be 60-40 in Risen Miners. Vala grabs Sapper Camp here, or at least tries to, and the enemy team is rotating in. Cassie will see this. Junkrat can't put a concussion mine on the point fast enough. How do we do on Twitch Gamble? 26,000 to 34,000. Nicely done, everybody. I'm assuming the sappers in bottom find no value. Yeah, they'll be cleared out in lane. Twin Flame thrown back. Pyromania active. Avoids that concussion mine. Chen goes down the top lane. Sven in bottom will not be traded.
Well done.
Let's see, those sappers still being worked on by Muradin. He'll leash those. They're going to focus onto the objective. Bottom objective is significantly smaller in size and health. Top lane, the gate's already been taken down. The Risen Golem is at 50% HP. Gonna get a few slaps on the fort. A few slaps on the fort front gate. God, drinking tea too quick today.
The golems will return here.
Alarak, by the way, will reduce his sadism by 10%, so he can't get that one back. Currently sitting at 99 with 3 kills, 3% per each of those. No extra sadism to be gained at level 4 with no show of force, and level 13 will be gained as well. But we're going to find out what happens in that moment as Leap of Faith comes through to save Masquerade. Vala vaulting in. Concussion Mine is available. Blast Vala to side. Alarak puts one of his feet on the point. We do have another Concussion Mine set up on the point here. Malfurion wants to step in, but he can't do so. Krankle getting low. And that'll be camp stolen away once again by the side of Copium for the top lane. 10 talents here coming up soon. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what the other stats are looking like. We'll have Heroics at the top. And Chen, by the way, has 1 Regeneration Globe from finishing out his level 1 Precious Ingredients. Should get it off the wave right here. But with 5-3 in kills, it is going to be experience lead to the members of Copium, and they will be getting into 10 talents here faster. Next objective phase should be pretty soon. Masquerade on the mine side of this, as he's going to try and jump in for a flank here. Condemn comes through, maybe looking to get sub done. Nano goes down. A good aggressive fight from Rip. Bolsters the experience. Wandering Keg will be activated, pushing Azurite away. Hungering Arrow will chase out a little bit. Junkrat in the mines, but it should be 10 talents here on both sides for this objective. So the golems that are going to be summoned by those Risen Miner Skulls do swap lanes. So now we'll have red in the top, blue in the bottom. It was opposite, obviously, last time. Counter-Strike, Bunker, Avatar, Strafe for the Vala, or the Spinny Shooty Shot, as we also call it. Blaze summons Bunker. Muradin here. Light Bomb from the Johanna. There's going to be a Valkyrie as well. The Riptire takes down the Blaze. As it is Riptire, Bless Shield, Valkyrie, Wandering Keg, and Light Bomb. Meanwhile, Alarek's working on a few of these Risen Miners. Looks like there's 2 per, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I think it's, yeah, 10 per bundle. Oh, wait, that's not true, because then how would you end up at 28? So I think there's like one of these groups that is less than others. There you go. 10 or 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, there you go. So there are not all of these gain 10, because it's 2 skulls per miner, and this. Okay, yeah. Because I was like, wait a minute, this says 28 at the end. Like, it can't have 10 per then. Jet Propulsion mitigated by an Iron Skin and Johanna. The Telekinesis does not pull Anduin out, but he is going to be rooted by Malfurion, who activates the Tranquility. The Wandering Keg from Chen is going to be activated, as that's going to be straight from Vala coming through, and that's going to be a double kill into the Anduin and the Johanna. Concussion Mine blast as right over the wall, but that still is going to be Junkrat falling. A few members chase out onto Nano through the gate, and that'll be a quadra kill picked up by Rip. 6 to 8 in kills, and this will be this final golem picked up by the crew of Rip. They should have a 14 gem advantage. Math is hard, chat. We're doing our best. Finland? No Finland. Surdath may go down. Alarak really wants to kill, but the Chen will not be taken down here. Crinkle a little bit low. He's going to let Trait kick in, start Hearthing. Did go third wind level 1, so higher threshold, faster rate. And it is going to be 46 to 56. 46 to 54. Math. So difficult. 114 Sadism, 20 stacks for Alarak, 18 Puncturing Arrow stacks on the Vala, 2 Piercing Light for the Anduin, 50 Thunderstroke Cassia stacks, and 0 Subdone for the Johanna. Chastise goes out. Muradin pulled back in. The Valkyrie comes through. Bunker from Blaze will be summoned. There's gonna be a light bomb as well. The Jet. My God, I can't believe it. There was a blessed shield in there. The Wandering Keg. Muradin gets Avatar activated, but I think he's still gonna be taken down in the end. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze comes through, getting a stun onto a few. Banana on the left side will go down, so at least it's a trade in this lane. Vala, Junkrat in bottom lane, almost trading out in favor of the Junkrat. Nano here, split from the ally squad. Counter-Strike. Malfurion Moonfire, more Sadism for Alarak, as he does go into Pure Malice. His max Sadism can be 160, if my math is correct on that one, since you have the -10 from level 7. Concussion Mine Blast Blaze closer to Chen. He's going to Jet Propulsion to safety. Alarak looking to step up here. Shattering Teeth find him. Does have Sticky Wicket, level 7. Gotta trap them all, level 13. Vala grabbing camp. Cleared out that Grave Golem in bottom. Saves the fort. 10 to 7 in kills, a 3-kill difference, and a level lead to the right side of Rip in this best of 7 grand finals for Murky Cup Season 2.
For now.
Wandering Keg. Trying to find some sort of displacement to play off of, but it doesn't work out. Chen flying kicks back towards the allies off of an enemy minion. One Sapper makes in the charge in bottom. The Valkyrie from Cassia. That's a flying kick from Chen. Malfurion gets deleted. Muradin out of position on the left-hand side. The Riptire will come through and deal some damage onto him. -20 armor was applied right at the end, and Muradin should go down to the Cassia damage. 9 to 10 in kills. Pulling that experience back in. Went from about a level lead to about a half a level difference. Just want to take a look at see Alarak's Sadism. He's maxed out on takedowns. He needs 10% more from. Oh, he can get 10% more from Pure Malice. So yeah, 160. Pure Malice is maxed out at 40%, and it's what it triggers or adds 10% when an ally dies. 15 on both sides, slight experience advantage on the right. It went from a half a level to it's less than a quarter at this time. Twin Flames are going to be thrown out. Good combo onto Junkrat. Valkyrie comes through. And Alarak is pulled through all of the Dirty Trickster explosion. The total mayhem value really working out there. Banana caught in this corridor. No Wandering Keg for 38 seconds. Bunker comes down from Blaze as well. It's Malfurion the one to fall. Banana will be the one picked off next. I do believe the Stormbolt will land. The autos are there. Johanna on the left side trying to back away. The Vala does go down. And this fight, you expect it to go the way of Rip, is completely falling apart. Nano now trying to get out of here. Jet Propulsion is good. 3 for 3. Johanna Chen versus Muradin Blaze in the bottom lane. This is going to be a very tanky fight. Johanna's healing debuff, by the way, with that Sin's Exposed. Stormbolt pierces into Chen. Sven lives enough to share. Mini stun from the level 7 of Muradin from that Skullcracker. Gets the stun while Chen's trying to get the Brew drunk. And Muradin says, I'm not chasing Chen. That's a waste of my time. There's jailers or risen miners to go through, and I'm going to get that value first. I want 7 maps so bad. Am I already tired and I can feel my voice going? Yes. Am I hungry? Oh god, am I. I want more games. I want all the games. Golem for bottom lane for Rip is looking like it will be a 100% Golem. Junkrat and friends are entering the mines. They're going to be just too late for this. And yeah, I was going to say Rip is just going to back away. I think that's the smart call. Don't take a fight. Push with the objective. There is going to be this one in top lane. It's going to be Giga weak. Azerite in top lane. I guess just grabs the experience. Bottom 4 on the right side does go down. I really feel like they need the Vala for Siege. She's Manticore level 16 and stuff like that. Wandering Keg gets activated by the Chen. Sven going to be pushed around here. I think they're trying to force out Bunker from Sven. Golems here in bottom. Alarak, Telekinesis, Valkyrie, Counter-Strike. There's going to be a Riptire, Light Bomb, Tranquility from Malfurion as well. Muradin Avatar is active. Vala did rotate down here. Surdath in the backline trying to take down the Alarak, and it doesn't look like it's going their way. Concussion Mine blast the Muradin to the left-hand side of the strafe. Azerite will have that expire, but it is going to be Surdath going down in the end. The Golem will be pushing in further. Vala vaulting in, looking for more stacks on that level 1. Alarak trying to get some Lightning Barrage value. This Golem still very hardy, very healthy. 38,000 HP currently, 794 damage into structures. Golem nearing 50% HP as it gets through the keep front gate in this bottom lane. Stormbolt from Krankle misses. Oh my god, the telekinesis into the boss stomp was good, but Vala goes down. A jet propulsion from Blaze trying to stall out the Cassia siege value. Light Bomb comes through, stunning onto Blaze. The Valkyrie's there, the Blessed Shield as well. Blaze will fall. Alarak trying to find a counter in any of this. 113 sadism as Muradin goes down 123 sadism, which I think is the max sadism you can get from that level 13. No, you can still gain one more round of sadism or another 10%. But the bottom lane keep does go down as the Golem walks just past it. 15 to 15 in kills, just about 19 on both sides, and it's looking good for both teams, realistically. Better, of course, on the side of Rip. Microsoft not bringing back HOTS confirmed. Rip Copium. What? I thought we all knew that already. One, two, three sappers make it in. The elusive brawler activated by the Chen. I thought I heard a bolt of the storm, but there's no level 20, so you couldn't have. That's going to be Alarak with the counter-strike. He will be taken down. Back to 90 sadism. Straight from the Vala comes through. She's going to be pulled to the side. Condemned from Johanna. There's a leap of faith. The Valkyrie pulls Azerite out of position. As Blaze Bunker does come down, trying to create a little bit of space, or at least something for the Vala to jump into. But she was already picked off and bursted out. Next objective phase will be pretty soon here. Bottom lane, Siege Giants pushing up. Stormbolt from Muradin in top lane does connect onto the Anduin. Purifying Brew, Radiating Faith, probably Inner Fire for Anduin, maybe Sentry. Cannonballs on the Junkrat, Cassia, I don't know either. Krankle in the flank. Try and get rid of the minion wave here. It's actually going to be Imprisoning Light for the Cassia. And it's going to be Sentry Anduin. So Siege Giants are pushing up. Blaze is going through bottom. And I think they're going to try and stop the backs. I think that's literally what Muradin and Malfurion are going to try and do here. Blaze is trying to end through the bottom lane. Muradin being pushed back by a Wandering Keg. They're mounted and running back to their core. Siege Giants are rocketing in. And Rip are going for another backdoor core effectively. Cassius here. but those Siege Giants are the main priority. Catapults fixate onto structures. The Siege Giants don't. Cassia being delayed out. Blaze just is going for core now. Blaze is like, I am hard committed. The rest of my team will go ahead and get objective. Blaze, do you have bunker? He does have bunker, so he's got that value to get a little bit of damage. Jumps in and out, gets that 50 armor. Blaze Fed delaying out the inevitable as he's going to be able to avoid one Q from Cassia, but 20% remains. And I wonder if anyone just sneaks to core at this point. Maybe a little Azerite shenanigans through the bottom lane. Chen showing in wave. Let's get red vision so that we get an idea of how things look. So Chen chilling around bottom. Danger ping around here, I think, because I did see someone on that main boss objective. Looking at the enemy side vision. Chen still hugging this bottom lane. The only thing Microsoft's bringing back is the annual. Wait, what do you mean by annual? Don't you mean monthly? Don't you mean monthly? If we reduce our development team, we'll have more money for the shareholders, but we won't be able to make good games, so we can't make money for the shareholders. It's almost like we should give two shits about the shareholders. We should be supporting devs. Not the shareholders, not the CEOs, the devs. It's all about them, dude. So Crankle and them, by the way, this does have global vision. They know the enemy's on this, but they don't want to go for core. They also, I will say this, Rip has got 59 Risen Miner Skulls. The top lane Keep still has the gate, or one tower, and the main structure, but it's tense right here. Alarak, by the way, level 20, Hasty Bargain. We've got the Fortified Bunker, Lunar Shower, Rewind Muradin, and Acrobat Vala. Muradin and goes and steals the last couple Risen Miner Skulls, because if you don't collect them, it doesn't trigger the boss. That's going to be a Muradin Dwarf Toss out. The Wandering Keg pushes him further away. The Light Bomb will not connect. Alarak looking for something on the whole pocket, won't be able to get any fatal damage. Valkyrie, Muradin hugs the rubble of the old structure. That's going to be a Tranquility from Malfurion. Healing up and giving armor to those with the regrowth applied. Siege Giants are pushing into bottom once again. Vision will be grabbed here by Azerite. But they just neutral it. Are Crankle and them running at core through bottom? They are. Or are they selling the idea they're running to core through bottom? Hi, Skulfy. What's up, bud? Good to see you. Happy Sunday, my friends. We're in map 1 of this best of 7 grand finals as Nano's gonna get leapt to safety. The boss stun was pretty good right there. Siege Giants pushing in through the bottom lane. Vala gets deleted. Muradin Dwarf tossing in. This Grave Golem is pretty hardy here. They only need to get through 21%. Well, they need to get through 21% plus that shielding. Jet Propulsion misses onto Chen. Light Bomb locks down Muradin. Valkyrie pulls him in. Imprisoning Light is going to be the level 20 pickup, and Muradin is not going to be able to back away fast enough. Alarak is going to Hearth out. Boss or not boss. The objective will confirm top lane keep. I don't know, actually. It's going to be real dang close. 2 autos. 1 more auto. They don't get it. It's going to be triple-digit numbers at this point, right? No, it's 908. It's actually 1019, but still. But good to see you. Good to see everyone in chat. Thanks for coming by. Sorry, let me snooze out some ads. Looks like this game's going a little bit longer, and don't want to have anyone have to deal with ads in the middle of this game. This is an absolute blast of a series. Top keep and bottom keep are taken down. Vol up in 5. Masquerade calling for core. Junkrat's going to show for a second. Starts to back away. Bottom lane, as I mentioned, is massive right now, but I think that's going to get cleared out quite quickly. Yep, there's Chen. Muradin has respawned. It's full 5v5, and we're getting into the mid to late game for this map number 1 best of 7 series. Yo, Covert, what's up, bud? Good to see you. I heard a couple of your donations go off during GDQ, especially like Friday night. I heard like 2 of your donations go off or get read. I did the Leo point thing. I was like, I know that guy. That's my friend. Masquerade poke right there. How many stacks does Azurite have, by the way? 33 stacks, which is not that much. 189 extra damage. Currently 319 baseline scaling. There was a game yesterday that Azurite was scaling faster than the actual talent scaling with that level 1. Flying kick in from the Chen. There's going to be a Blaze pulled out of position. Riptire from Junkrat. Bunker will not be activated in time. Straight from the Vala. No Death Siphon level 20. She went into Acrobat. As we do have our objective phase spawning here. Azurite. Is Azurite noticed in the rotation? Yes, okay. Ball on her way back into the bottom lane. Flying kick in from Chen. We do have a split onto Muradin on the left-hand side, but Chen on the right. Pulled back in. So much damage over time. The Leap of Faith is going to be a Kaimo cleanse, as we call it, because the target did not make it to safety. Turtle did not make it to water. Muradin may die on the left side. Avatar up in 23. There is a catapult on this core, but the minion wave is going to be able to push that out. Cassia with a fend onto Muradin. Crankle activates the rewind. Did go reverberation level 4. Unable to get the avatar activated quick enough. The bless shield from Johanna into Alarak is phenomenal. Vala's going core! No, she's not. No, she's not.
Stay alert.
Where's Vala? Where? Oh, they found Vala. Jet Propulsion doesn't find the stun. Condemn will land. Masquerade. Lot of pressure onto this Blaze. The Juggernaut plating. The bunker comes down. Vala vaulting around with the Caltrops all around. Valkyrie will be avoided by another vault. The strafe gets activated. Blaze trying to back away on the left side. Masquerade jumps inside. The mines, the concussion mine from, or the steel trap from Junkrat will not. Blaze is go. Oh, I thought Blaze was going core. Sorry, I got all excited. I was like, wait a minute. No, never mind. Cassie and Azurite here. Azurite is going to go down to Cassia by being run down. (25-18). Muradin, 1 second respawn, 2 seconds on Alarak, 5 on the Malfurion, as it is 70 sadism on Alarak. You might be like, Bahamut, how is that even possible? Hasty Bargain, level 20, cooldown 20 seconds, activate to permanently reduce Alarak's sadism by 4% and reset the cooldown of his basic abilities. Permanently. Bro, what if they just run at the core?
Now that deserves a brew or two.
What if they just run at the core?
We must be careful.
Trying to play with this vision. Wandering Keg in the mines below. Muradin pushed away. Jet Propulsion mitigated by a Leap of Faith. Wave pushing in through bottom lane. Couple of these Risen Miner Skulls to be grabbed as well. God, this is such a tense map numbers. This is map 1 in a best of 7, and it's so insanely tight and tense. Anduin may get caught out here. The Stormbolt misses. The Thunderclap goes down the ground. Malfurion Tranquility will be there. The Jet Propulsion into Chen. Valkyrie tries to pull someone, but finds no one. Malfurion jumping inside the bunker to get the armor. Tranquility will expire. We do have Muradin on the left side trying to put pressure on the Banana. Light Bomb is going to be there. Muradin Dwarf Toss to the side. That will be Alarak with a double kill. And Chen takes down the Malfurion. We currently have, though, Cassie on the left-hand side getting really low. And that might be the nail in the coffin in this map number 1 for the best of 7 series. Vala is going to try and chase in. We do have the Wandering Keg. A couple auto attacks. Stormbolt into the bush, almost gets Masquerade. Shield Glare is going to be there. Don't care about the fight. Go core! Vala's going to die, but it is going to be 21% remaining on the side of Copium, and Rip will be moving on in to confirm map number 1 in this best of 7 grand finals. The team that came from the bottom bracket will have victory. GG, well played. This is about to be a great series, everybody. I must say, this great wireless headset is great for wandering around the house. Which one do you have, Mitch? I found that the Void V2 has a better range than my Virtuoso, but my Virtuoso is an older model. Like usually if I'm doing the cooking stream, if I walk to like the back of the house where my office is, I'll lose connection with the Virtuoso, but the Void V2, I can literally walk around the entire house. Anyways, we're going to run some ads. We are 10 subs away from more canvases for more Baja Rosses to hit our sub goal. Hey, you could be amazing and help us hit that sub goal. If every single person gifts 1 sub or resubscribes, then we all can get more canvases for Bahamut so we can do more paintings and more fun. Do consider subscribing if you have the availability. If you can gift a sub, that is awesome as well. If you can't, that's understandable. We do have the best Tier 2 and Tier 3 alerts on all of Twitch. Ads are going to get rolling, and we're going to get going into map number 2 in just a moment. The draft. We are here going into Sky Temple, everybody. Map number 2 of this best of 7 grand finals. Yes, we're in the best of 7 grand finals for the Murky Cup Season 2. It's been an absolute blast for the last 5 to 6 weeks in these games. But let's go ahead and find out what's going to be going on with Sky Temple. Copium opted in for first pick priority, giving Rip the map choice. Let's go ahead and get that Twitch prediction going for all of you, as Hogger will be first banned. Now, as a reminder, the 10 heroes we saw in map number 1 will not be available for this map number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. We already had our first best of 5 of the day go to the max duration of game, so we're hoping this best of 7 does the exact same thing. Genji will be banned, Hogger will be banned. The bans at the top of the screen don't carry over into the next maps, so we will have opportunities for Genji, Hogger if they're not banned away. Chromie and Lucio are up and available, and those have been priority bans throughout this weekend and today as well. Is there going... So I'm assuming Copium bans away, like, yeah, and then they force Rip to either ban Lucio or Chromie. I think it's a Chromie ban, and you let the enemy team have Lucio personally. I don't think you give Chromie, especially on this map. There's so much brawling. There's so much good artillery for her. Vision granted by Time Walker's Pursuit. And Horror Anomaly is a really good tool for more time traps to get vision around the map. There is a Vikings player on the side of Rip as well. Actually, both teams have a Vikings player, so someone could be playing Vikings. I believe Surdath plays Vikings for the side of Copium, and I think it's Sven on the side of Rip who does play Vikings there as well. I don't remember which I have. It's the one I got from you. It has 12 buttons. That sounds like the Scimitar, because mine does not have 12 buttons on the side. It has 2, 4, 6 buttons on the side.
Change is upon us.
Dahaka will be your first pick. Chromie was banned, so that does leave the avenue for Lucio to be picked up by Rip. What do they want to go into at the start here? They could consider Brightwing for a global. They could consider Falstad to match the Dahaka. I still like the idea of the Lucio quite a bit. High Five's really good. AoE heal around the objective. You've got Boombox if you want for some vision too. It's going to be Lucio and ETC. Okay. Maybe a Crowd Surfer ETC game, possibly. What's up, Shiny? How you doing, bud? Murky genuine draft. I remember at BlizzCon they had like the Murky beer and they had another beer. I don't remember it being very good. But I think it was like a sour or something like that. And I don't like sours. Cho'Gall. Dahaka, Sylvanas, Brightwing are picked up. Cho'Gall is available. I'm just saying. There is the opportunity for the big lad, but we'll see if that'll be the case. As we do get into our mid-ban phase right now. Gonna get rid of the Sergeant Hammer. I mean, Sylvanas, Brightwing, Dahaka does work with it, and there could have been like a Diablo or a Garrosh as the main tank, and then you pick up Hammer as well for the sustained damage and control with Garrosh, so I like that ban. ETC, because ETC could have been a solo laner. ETC Lucio, it really hasn't shown much of the draft at all. Maybe a consideration to ban Falstad. Unless they want to take it. Or try and take it. It's going to be Vikings removed. Okay. I'd be surprised if Rip doesn't ban Junkrat here. Oh, Junkrat's unavailable. He was played at map number 1. Yeah, that is the Meta Madness style of draft. So, yeah, Vikings to be banned away at the end, which I do see the Vikings working out here. As I mentioned, both teams do have a Viking player on their team. Next 2 picks.
Reckoning is at will rise again.
Tyrael, Greymane, ETC, Lucio. Sanctification Mosh Pit. And they grab a Jaina to round it out. Actually, I really like a Jaina, Mephisto, Li Ming, Kael'thas, Gul'dan. Some mage right here fits in so well, in my opinion. Last 2 picks on the left side. I was wondering if we get an Anubarak. Thrall works really well. I think this should be a Li Ming, personally. I think this should be Li Ming. Disintegrate up against Anubarak and stuff like that is really, really good. I think the Li Ming would be really nice. Disintegrate gets rid of Cocoon faster. You got poke potential. Resets are nice. Yeah, it's decent. Well, Spell Armor from Brightwing's a bit annoying, though. Okay. Yeah, I was like, the more I start talking about it, I mean, like, Thrall's got Spell Armor, Anubarak's got Spell Armor, Brightwing's got Spell Armor, Dahaka's got Spell Armor, Brightwing can put Spell Armor on people as well, I mean, and, yeah, that Li Ming wouldn't slot in very well, but I like the Falstead, so I think it's going to be a very auto-attack heavy composition from the side of Rip. The Twitch prediction's going. Let's go ahead and get into it. Map number 2, we're going to find out who's going to be leading this series as we load into Sky Temple. Best of 7 grand finals here in Murky Cup Season 2. Don't let Baha bully you. I'm not bullying. I wouldn't bully him. I'd bully you, Foo Fighter, but not covert. Right side of the map, we got Rip ready to charge into battle with your Falstad played by Blood. You're looking at an ETC Sven, Azurite, Greymane, Vac on the Lucio, and Crankle Tyrael. Left-hand side of the map, trying to put one up on the board and make a 1-1 score happen. We've got Copium with Holpaka, Sylvanas, Banana, Brightwing, Masquerade, Anubarak, Nano, Thrall, and Surdath will be on your Dahaka.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slay each other.
Poly on Li Ming can be brutal as well, yeah. Greater Polymorph, by the way, speaking of Brightwing. We got Rolling Thunder Thrall. Also, the Might of the Banshee Queen for the Sylvanas. And you're going to be here with Withering Fire, increases the Sylvanas attack speed and spell power by 5%. For 6 seconds, stack up to 5 times. We do also have Legion of Beetles for that Anubarak and Tissue Regeneration. Dahaka's First Blood will go over to the side of Copium, taking down the Lucio. Accelerando for him, Viciousness for the Greymane, Frequent Flyer Falstead, that's the auto attack build. Ardent Restoration on the Tyrael, and ETC will go into Guitar Hero as a wave gets mashed into the fort front gate of bottom lane. Anubarak rotates down, Greymane doubles into mid, the drag lands, the Polymorph to follow up. The Arcane Flare connects onto Azurite as well for the cooldown reduction for Bananas level 1. You can try. I've been in trades for 20 plus years. It would take a lot to bully me. Bandit said that he's not that big of a fan of you. Boom. Roasted, destroyed, dismantled, absolutely obliterated. Be sure to subscribe to the stream if you'd like to get obliterated as well by Bandit. I'm completely kidding. Thanks for being here, Foo Fighter. Love you, bud. There's enough negativity in the world, and especially on Twitch, and especially within the Heroes to Storm community. We do our best to be positive and fun. Burrow charge into Impale. Crankle with the Eldruin's Might. Wow! I know, right? Crazy. Foo Fighter's not even responding. He's decimated. He'll never recover from that one. All right, let's focus in. Let's stop memeing. Let's talk about some Heroes of Storm. We got one kill on the left-hand side to the members of Copium. Rip. By the way, the gamble is still going. Spreading around the map, they do have Bruiser Cam for the top lane. Enemy side of Copium grabbing their own. Mid lane scuffle is breaking out potentially. Nubrak rotating towards top. Objective phase is announced. If you missed it earlier today, on our first map of the day was Sky Temple as well. And as a reminder, Sky Temple's the only map in Heroes of Storm where the first two objectives are scripted. First one being top and center, second one being singular in the bottom, and after that we get into the RNG of everything. Before someone types it, Battlefield, when they swap sides, that's still the first objective. That is two phases in one objective. Tyrael gets a few shots out. The Eldruins might throne. The root was anticipated. Wow. Everyone anticipated Eldruins might being activated faster and misses a couple forms of CC onto Krankle, who's allowed to back away and get the well tap. The phase shift from Brightwing, I think, was interrupted right there. I want to say it was meant for the Thrall, but I think something interrupted. I don't know what. Maybe a sound wave from Lucio? Either way, ETC gets some of this middle objective. Since there are opposing enemies on the point, it is going to be neutral. Falset flies in, the bear roll. Sylvanas is the target. Face mode from ETC is pretty good. Polymorph onto Falstead turns into a flying crab. Lucio backing away. Dahaka fishes for a drag but can't find anything. Tyrael has shots in top. ETC and friends contesting and fighting in mid. Tyrael will be blasted off that top. You saw his model on the minimap move for a second. Greymane pushing up the wave to try and get some extra siege. Top lane objective gets shots onto the fort. Greymane keeping that inner beast active. You see the glow on his weapon right there, that purple. As Dahaka has rotated in, Dark Swarm for the wave. Greymane still just poking. He's got to have a decent inner beast. 20 hit combo. I thought it was higher.
Temple's magic subsides.
Send Foo Fighter to the burn ward. What's up, Pat? How you doing, bud? Krankle will not be taken down. Sylvanas trying to take down Blood. And won't be able to get that kill. 1-1 in kills. Objective phase number 1 is over. No major structures taken down, but when we take it stock on the minimap, it is top lane fort fairly low by comparison of the opposing side top lane. Mid lane to mid lane looks like it's about equal. A little bit more damage on the left side than the right. Alrighty, Siege Giants for the bottom lane on both sides, no invade on the left. Here comes the boss from Tomb of the Spider Queen. It is 5 minutes in game time, that's why it's also spawning. If your weapon is glowing purple for more than 4 hours, consult your doctor. If your weapon is glowing purple for any duration at time, call your doctor. There's something not right. Don't wait 4 hours. Just like how it's a myth that you have to wait like 12 hours to file a missing persons report. That's like an old, like outdated, like movie thing. At least in the United States. I learned that a couple years ago. Not like from an event, just reading stuff online. There is going to be Thrall rotating down to the bottom lane. Masquerade taking a handful of damage. We do have that second objective phase coming up on the bottom of the map in 20 seconds. As we're 10 to 10 in our levels, this is going to be Wailing Arrow, Cocoon, Isolation, Blink Heal, and Sundering. Opposing side, the Stage Dive, Judgment, Gust, Curse Bullet, and High Five for the Lucio. Cocoon onto Lucio. Curse Bullet lands on a Masquerade. There's going to be a Gilnean Cocktail as well as the Dark Flight in, but no pressure to take down Masquerade. Sven will be matching into the Sirdath Dahaka, sorry, ETC on the brain apparently. A little bit of back and forth, but keep in mind, this is going to be Guitar Hero with the hammer on. Synergy. The missing report there was, yeah, there used to be like, you can't file. There was like a thing, and it's in movies too, where like you can't file a missing persons report for like 12 or 24 hours, and that's very much not true at all in real life. Yeah, the first 24 hours are the most important. Absolutely, yeah. Tyrael gets the Eldrune's Might in. Impale from a Nubrak does land. Tyrael's so very low. Crank will make it take it down and gets hit with an isolation. There's going to be Thrall finishing out his level 4. There's so many red health bars low. A couple of the blue bars are low on the top left of your screen as they back away. Temple shots are going to fire, and Tyrael goes in, gets polymorphed and taken down. Very aggressive play from him. He gets like 5 or 6 seconds off of his death timer right there. Root from Thrall lands onto 2. Temple shots are going to be neutralized here. Impale, polymorph, that's a drag. High five from Lucio. ETC power slides away. Sven is able to make it out alive, and I thought that would have been a double kill to the side of Copium. Objective phase will finish out. Falstead flies out, and that'll be bottom lane fort confirmed. All right, well, things are kinda okay-ish. Like, Falstead gets the top lane for it, trading that bottom. Mid is a little bit lower. It's still like, it's still really hard to decide and even determine if anyone has an actual lead on the map. The fights have been pretty equal. Really good poke, really good back and forth. Falstead has Gust available. I thought he was gonna consider gusting down into this wall, but decides not to. Next objective phase will be top and bottom of the map. You watch a lot of crime. So, yeah, Killer, I had the exact same idea as that. He was like, oh, I'll Judgment in, and I'll let my trait get 10% cooldown per enemy hero hit, and I'll be back in faster. Isolation lands onto the Grey Mane. ETC stage dives onto the point. Falstad is going to be inside the cocoon. He needs to get broken out if they want to get the Gust value. The Gust will come out. Tyrael Judgment's there. That is going to be boss over to the side of Rip. As Copium loses their Sylvanas, they're going to lose their Dahaka. Siege Giants are grabbed. Bottom lane forward is a guaranteed takedown. That was humongous. That Gust came out at the literal last second. I thought the cocoon was going to be S tier play. ETC with just a face melt. I thought he might have a power slide to hinder the enemy team rotation out. Falstead damage is rapid and decent here as the double objective phase is coming up. We have Greymane and friends moving into mid lane. Now, as a reminder, if there's one fort available, hold on, wait a minute. Nubrak with an impale, sundering from Thrall. Lucio backs up. So, top shots shoot to top, bottom to bottom, mid to mid. But if there's a fort still available, like in this situation, bottom shots would then prioritize onto mid. Once mid is down, it would then go to bottom. So it's really, what is the win condition Rip wants to set up? Oftentimes, bottom is a major priority since you have 3 camps, 2 Siege Giants and a boss to feed in through that lane. It looks like Tyrael's going to go for top. ETC is on the bottom. They'll confirm mid lane fort easily. Top lane keep front gate should be taken down. Bottom lane probably as well. Uh-oh, wait, Tyrael backs away to safety. Okay. Did go into the Sword of Justice at level 13. That's why you see the Eldrune's Might back from where he teleported. Greymane sieging in. That's going to be a phase shift onto Hopaka. 2v2 in this bottom lane. Push off from Lucio. Polymorph from the right wing. There's going to be Lucio. High 5 stage dive in from the ETC. Falstead flying in as well. Floating in realistically. Hopaka goes down the left-hand side. Brightwing blinks to a minion. And ETC had stage dove from that from that bottom objective. That still is up and available with about, let's say, a quarter of the shots left. This might be a dumb question. The only dumb questions are the ones you don't ask. But when a fort falls, it says periodic catapults plus N experience. And that means both experience and catapults come in periodically, or is it XP for... So you get periodic experience gain. So here you go. So there's passive experience gain. That is what you're gaining. So you get passive experience gain, and you get structure... So you get... Sorry, let me phrase this correctly. I'm jumping ahead of myself. You get experience for taking down the structure. So you can see that in that line. You then have more passive experience gain from that structure being down. And then you have periodic catapult pressure. And if memory serves right, it's every 4th wave is the periodic catapult pressure. Falstead flies in. Those are the 3 things you get from taking down a structure. A fort. Now, when you take down a keep, and the fort is down as well, you have more passive experience gain, you get more experience from taking down the structure, and you have consistent catapult pressure every wave. Now, tidbit, if you take down the keep and the fort is still up, you will get no catapults at all. That is going to be changed, forget what, in the upcoming patch. Which I'm not too sure about. It's every third, yeah, it's third or fourth. I never remember, but either way, we just say periodic, that's good enough. So you got spawn there. No katas. So if you take down a keep, but the fort is still up, then it's a programming thing. You have to take down the fort, then the keep, if you want catapult value. I know this from Juice Pirate games. But in a lot of cases in Juice Pirates, you're not really banking on the minions to win you the game. So you're mostly just taking down the keep so that way you can go for the core. Because if you don't take down a keep, you can't access the core. Like, 8 years ago, in very early Heroes of the Storm, maybe more, you could Zagara Abathur backdoor the core, but you can see now they added that factor with the keeps.
My magic flows through the temples. Guardian, not yet these mortals.
If you want to know the patch notes, exclamation patch. All the information you need is right there. Objective phase in the center of the map is here. Falstad dealing with the bottom lane wave. Top lane campus pushing in. High five from Lucio. It is 4v5 in the center area as Falstad flies in to join with the allies. Objective phase is going to be controlled by Rip. Mid shots on the mid lane keep front gate. Top lane wave is got a little bit of the camp left over. Catapult trying to push up as well. Boss being looked at here. Cocoon mitigated by a high five of the Lucio. Nicely done. Curse Ball goes in. Banana with the Soothing Mist activation as well. ETC power sliding in.
From my temple, but it will return again.
So, Wind Tunnel level 20, I assume, will be having... I feel like it's going to be Crowd Pleaser and Angel of Justice. Maybe... No, it won't be Gilney and Roulette. It is going to be the Tooth and Claw, though. Wind Tunnel, we'll see the Angel. Oh, it's actually going to be Ride the Lightning, the new unique ETC Bolt of the Storm with some cool values on it. Also a great name. Power Slide in. Wind Tunnel from the fall. Set up against the wall. Nubrak getting low. Sundering from Thrall activated as well. That's going to be your Thrall and Nubrak falling, and I think that's Call for Core. I think that's Call for Core. That's looking good. Sylvanas is Hearthing, Brightwing as well. I mean, Dahaka, Brightwing, false, Sylvanas, Dahaka, Brightwing for a defense here. I don't think it's going to be enough. Justice from Tyrael, or Judgment from Tyrael coming through. The core shielding already dropped. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas will apply to a few. The stage dive from ETC. And it is going to be Blood with the Wind Tunnel for your victory here on map number 2. Rip continues to rip apart the enemy as we head in for the setup of map number 3 in this best of 7 grand finals of the Murky Cup. And right now it's looking a little one-sided. We're going to go ahead and roll out a block of ads. We're going to get ready for our next map. We're going to find out where we're going to. Alterac, Cursed Hollow, Dragonshire, Garden of Terror, Infernal Shrines, and Towers of Doom are all available. We are 10 subs away from our goal. If you're enjoying yourself here and having a good time, please do consider supporting the stream. Every little bit helps us out, sustain full-time streaming, bring you casting and commentary. That's basically the deal. You subscribe, you support, and I keep streaming and casting. Let's go ahead and get ready for map number 3 and get those ads rolled out. Alrighty, everybody. I have returned. I've got myself some water. I've got the Twitch gamble going for all of you. Thank you for your patience. Sorry for the delay. We have not missed any of the draft as we're here in map number 3 in this best of 7 grand finals for the Murky Cup Season 2. Garden of Terror will be this map choice coming out from the members of RIP. The side of Copium opted in for first pick priority. We do have a Chromie as well as a Bayev and a Hanzo band away. Lucio was played last game, and RIP did come out victorious with that. We do also have what to be banned away here for Garden of Terror. Samuro, Vikings, Hammer. A Hammer ban early is not bad. Typically, we don't see Hammers drafted very early just because they can be countered, but I think just getting it out and getting it gone, yeah. Less heroes available equals more interesting drafts. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. 20 heroes are unavailable as we get a first pick Hogger on the side of Copium, and I don't blame them for that. It's a really nice start to their draft. A solid hero with Bounce, Staggering Blow, Hortipult, Shockwave, whichever you go into at 10. Right side, though, what are we going to be getting into?
I will fight to my last breath.
Garrosh Rhaegar is a really simple combo. I like the Rhaegar pickup because then you have Colossal or Earth Grass Totem at level 16, which is a good way for Garrosh to close the distance. I am curious if there is any consideration onto a Zarya with a hyper carry. Now, Greymane and Vala have been played, but like Tracer's up and available. Pulse Bomb damage is good. Zarya with Speed Barrier on Garrosh is like phenomenal as well to give him a speed buff. Tyrande, I doubt will be grabbed, but there is Quicken Blessing at level 13. But I think Tyrande will be saved for a little bit later on. We do know that Rip does play it. We saw it earlier today. Rhaegar, bark, bark. Yep. Mid-ban phase, Hogger, Ariel, maybe ban a Gul'dan realistically. Ariel, Gul'dan is a really good combo. There are other mages, but I think Gul'dan is annoying, and it's going to be Medivh. I could see the Medivh slotting in with this. Medivh plus like some sort of sustained damage dealer or some burst mage. Dive comp could still happen. I mean, Copium is building a dive comp for sure. Both teams technically have a dive comp ready. It just depends on what the latter half of the draft is. Tracer works with both of these drafts. Tychus to be removed. So Tychus being removed leads me to believe that it's going to be double bruiser, single tank, hyper carry. They're not going to go into like a range assassin and or like a melee. Sorry. They're not going to go into like a sustained auto damage dealer and a mage. Because saying range assassin is the same thing. I do love me some Ghoulish Daniel. I really do. He is very, very fond of that one. Vikings are still available here. Okay. I like the Maltheo Rainer because the Tychus ban leads people to believe, okay, they're probably going to go for what I said. They're going to go for the hyper carry with double bruiser main tank. Maltheo's a good answer into that. Rainer has good sustained damage. They can flex this last pick. They can go into like a mage with wave clear. They can go to another bruiser. They can go into Vikings if they wanted. They can go Samuro. We'll see what they want to do here with these with this last pick flexing on the side of Rip as the last two on the left side will come out. I think it's going to be a bruiser plus a sustained damage dealer. Oh, wow. Okay, so you got Zeratul Gul'dan. I wasn't expecting the Zeratul. With the Zeratul grabbed, I think any sort of consideration from Vikings goes out the window. Zeratul can be such a, I was gonna say such a tool. Zeratul can be such a pain in the ass to Viking players or Vikings in general. Oh, okay, I like this a ton. I like the Imperius a ton. It's good setup for the Rainer sustained damage. Garrosh can play off of that, Maltheo as well. This is such a fun draft. This is such a great best of 7 series. Chat, if you're having a good time, press 1 in chat. Also, don't forget to use your subscriptions. We got great sub alerts. We got great bit alerts. Thanks for being here. Be sure to support if you can. Otherwise, sit back, gamble all your channel points, and let's have some fun. I think the Zeratul is really good here. It makes the late game really scary. I think the Zeratul for the late game is really good. Gul'dan throughout the game is going to be phenomenal. Sustain mage damage. It's a weird thing to say because usually mages are a lot of burst, but Gul'dan Fellflame, like, what's the cooldown of Fellflame? 1.5 seconds. So, like, there is sustained mage damage. We just don't see it very often. And I think Gul'dan's a great example of that. But let's talk about the map because it looks like the Twitch gambles are coming in and we got a lot of belief on Copium here. Right side of the map will be Rip up in this best of 7. Best of 7. So Rip still needs to win this map and one more to take the series. We got an Azerite, Raynor, Vac on your Rhaegar, Bloodcool will be the Imperius. You got a Krankle, Garrosh, and Sven will be the Malthael. Left side of the map, down, looking to put one up on the board and keep this series alive is going to be Copium. Holpaka, Hogger, Serdev on that Zeratul. Nano will be your Gul'dan. Masquerade, Diablo, and Banana will be healing on Ariel. Raynor just starts putting some damage onto the gate, gets hit with a Shadow Charge, baiting the Diablo in. The Celestial Charge comes through after the toss onto Masquerade. Molten Armor activated. Masquerade will not go down, and Zeratul almost gets the kill onto Azerite as the Detainment Strike interrupts the Celestial Charge. It is going to... I just now realized Raynor did all that bait with Veteran Marksman level 1 as the choice. That shit scares me. Maybe he did this bait and then chose the talent. Maybe that was the case and I just noticed it. But either way, 1 stack on that one. You got Impaling Light for Imperius. Fear the Reaper on Malthael. Celestial Charge misses right there. Masquerade finds the Shadow Charge on the Krankle, but no wall bang. We do have the Unrivaled Strength as well as your Feral Heart. On the opposing side, it will be the Searing Light. Gul'dan with Pursuit of Flame. Rampant Hellfire level 16 is a big one right there. We also do see Hogger on the Prowl, Shadow Hunter Zeratul, and Feast on Fear Diablo. Thanks for all the ones, everybody. I appreciate that. Ooh, Invade. Zeratul backs away. Ally team is on the rotation up, but I don't think they're going to get here in time. Garrosh anchoring in the bush just below. Looks for maybe a little bit of damage or maybe a little bit of displacement. Still hovering around. I think was going to try and like pressure Banana as Banana was going through this corridor, but Healer take very safe rotation. I feel like I'm talking like Kaimo last night at the end of our D&D session. There was a point where Kaimo literally just said, and I wrote this down, he goes, "I write book." And I wrote that down because I was like, this is the moment where all of us lose our energy. And I literally was so tired as well. I was messing up talking as well, but Kaimo just literally saying, "I write book." Celestial, or no, sorry, Indomitable activated by the Garrosh. Looks to throw Gul'dan out of position. Here comes Imperius with the Celestial Charge. Misses onto the Ariel. The bite, the lunge onto Banana. Banana low and gets taken down.
Hero slain.
Shadow Charge connects onto Malthael here. Wallbang and everything. Celestial Charge misses. You're talking like this is chess. Heroes of the Storm is chess, but harder. Because, like, all the pieces are moving when you're not paying attention. And the minimap is 90% of the game, as that one Twitch chatter once said. Words are hard. Especially after you cast 3 best of 5s and you're sitting in an office that's literally 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Overpower from Diablo. Looks like there's the ally toss onto Imperius to allow him to set up the kill with Rhaegar into that Ariel. 7-6 in our levels. Talent tier advantage on the right side. Objective phase number 1 still being ignored on the bottom right of the map. And the Garden Terror Twitch prediction is going to close out here in just a few seconds if you can get some last predictions in if you want. That aspect of the minimap is true. 90% of the game. Draft, rotations, micro, macro, talent builds. All that's 10%. Objective phasing. Nano in top lane, as we say on this channel, is Giga dead and will be taken down. A 4th kill over to the right side squad. Yeah, it was 81, 82 in the hallway, and then I'd literally walk in my office and there was a wall of heat from my computer and stuff like that. So, yeah. I was literally just playing D&D, just like sweating. It was fun though. I had a good time. That's what matters more. Sustained damage onto the fort in the top lane. Firestorm from Diablo discovers the Imperious Garrosh just below. The first seed still uncontested. Level 10 coming through soon. I wonder what Rainer's going to go into. I feel like it's going to be like a Decimate, Banshee, Ancestral, Tormented Souls, Wrath of Angiris sort of game. That's my thought. I feel like Decimate. I mean, Warlord Challenge is really good, but I just feel like the Decimate is in the cards. Indomitable activated, Banana thrown into this little corridor. Body blocks coming through. Overpower from the Diablo. Sustained damage from the Rainer's pretty decent. Did go into Behemoth armor at level 4. It's pretty common with the level 1 as well, since you're proccing the stacks off of the same activation. I have a standing unit, but it's in a different room, and I can't do a window unit in this room because I have tall windows that slide to the side, and they do make window units for that, but you have to buy like a kit and this and that, and then literally there'd be an AC unit like 2 feet from my mic, so I just suffer for chat. Let's see, Hyperion, Wrath of Angiris, Last Rites, Warlord Challenge, and the Ancestral. On the opposing side, it will be your, not Cocoon, you'll Crystal Aegis, Horrified Gul'dan, Shockwave Hogger, Might of the Nerazim, and Apocalypse. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, because I don't think we did that yet in this map, and we'll find out what's going on. Celestial Charge into this bush, just in case someone was there, and maybe Blood could have found something.
Be ready to gather another seed,
Oh,
heroes.
first of 3 seeds was picked up on the right side by Rip. Couple auto attacks from Rainer onto the Siege Giants. Garrosh is a little split from his team. No, he actually feigns that he is. Big Warlord Challenge, huge Groundbreaker into Celestial Charge. Horrify from Gul'dan, self-cast Crystal Aegis. That's going to be a Shockwave as well. Overpower Ancestral somewhere in there. The Last Rites will take down Diablo. Wrath of Angiris takes this Hogger to the sky, and Zeratul was like, guys, what's going on? I'm clearing top lane.
Shouldn't you be gathering that seed, heroes?
Good fight to the side of Rip as they push in through mid and bottom onto the forts. Man, Covert, man, you got like opposite day going on, man. I don't mean it as in like an insult, but I feel like everything you say, like opposite is happening. Maybe, all right, Covert, you might be the one to get us to a map 7. So now you got to start talking about how amazing Rip is doing. That obviously that caster logic applies, right? We all just gotta keep complimenting Rip if we want a map 7 here, chat. But I will say this, like, in all actuality, Rip is playing insanely good in this series. Like, Copium came from the upper bracket. They knocked Bounty Hunters down into the lower bracket in a 3-1 victory during that series. Because I remember it. It was the 4th map of 3 best-of-5s. We almost had 15 maps that day. So they're not a team to scoff at, and it's just Rip is doing so amazing. Apocalypse activation, ally toss onto the Imperious. Gul'dan Pursuit of Flame is done. Okay, you know what? Rip has an amazing macro. Has amazing macro ordering in team fights. Yeah, they do. Oh, Celestial Charge misses. It's already happening. Seed will be grabbed by the Malthael. I believe the next one is bottom left. I think the next one is over in this location, I think. Let's see on the minimap. Oh, it's actually bottom center. Never mind. Oh, wait. No, hold on. It was bottom right first, then it was just top left, and now it's bottom center, I believe. So, okay, I think that tracks. I might be wrong. Might have missed it. Either way, bottom fort has fallen. We do have a 3rd seed available. It is a 2-level lead, an 8-kill advantage. Uh-oh, Masquerade. Wrath of Angiers' timing was just too spot on. And Masquerade's souls will be consumed. Oh, where are we going with that camera? We're gonna see him respawning at the Hall of Storms. 9-0 in kills. The Zeratul is like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go do the Storm League thing. I'm gonna ignore my teammates. I'm just gonna hard carry in my role or my character, and that'll be that. Blood working overtime to 3-0 the series. Oh, you got a 4-0, and it's a best of 7, homie. You gotta get 4-0. And they are on trajectory for that. Covert Muffin right now is just... But it is still a 2-level lead, a talent to your advantage. The Overgrowth plant is here. Garrosh looks to step up on the Masquerade. The Celestial Charge connects the Horrified to disengage. We do have a Crystal Aegis. The Lacerates comes through afterwards, and Masquerade still goes down, giving a second stack over to this Malthael. Garden Terror in top lane, very healthy, approaching core, or keep in the top lane. Garrosh goes in, throws Gul'dan out of position. Wrath of Angiers. Totem from Rhaegar as well. He didn't even go into Earth Grasp Totem? Hunger of the Wolf? Ghost Wolf attacks against heroes deal an additional 6% of the target's maximum health and heal Rhaegar for 6% of his health. I actually didn't know Rhaegar had a percent-based damage talent. Today I learned. I never see anyone take anything but Earth Grasp Totem at 16. It's so hard to pass up. Ghost Wolf attacks against heroes deal an additional 6% of the target's maximum health and heal Rhaegar. Wow, that's really cool. What other talents do we actually have at 16 for Rhaegar? I legit never see anything but... Oh yeah, Rising Storm. Every time Lightning Shield damages an enemy hero, increase the damage by 10% second to 15 times. Sometimes you take this in ARAMs if you go into like W build or something, but... One keep taken down through mid lane. Next seed spawning in the top right. 16 talent here though will be here soon, and Zeratul, the late game monster, is scaling. This is his blood for blood replacement hunger. Yeah, no, it's really cool. I honestly, I never see this talent just because Totem is the main priority at 16. I mean, it's a 90% slow, which is oftentimes a disengage or a, what's the word I'm looking for? A gap closer or a gap creator. But it doesn't seem like they need it. It was a 1-2 pick. Rhaegar Garrosh at the start, and I was like, oh, dude, they're gonna do Colossal Totem for level 16 so Garrosh can chase in. No, I guess they don't need it. They just want... They just want all the bites. Raynor goes down! Veteran Marksman loses a stack! Copium! They get level 16! And Serdath is like, it's time for me to put on my carry boots.
Seed is on the verge of sprouting. Prepare to gather it.
Zeratul, Master, Warp Blade every 3rd consecutive basic attack against the hero. Against the same target deals 125% bonus damage. We also have the Mending Strikes. We actually didn't even talk about this. The Darkness Descends. We don't see this very often at level 4. It's a great talent. Activate to gain 40% attack speed for 5 seconds. Passively gain 20 attack speed. Celestial Charge. Ariel thrown out of position. There's going to be an Apocalypse. A Crystal Aegis. The Wrath of Angiers once again reads, but that's going to be Garrosh getting a little bit low on the left-hand side. Gets the Ancestor healing. Horrify from Gul'dan will activate. Vac is going to get low, and that'll be Rhaegar going down. The Warlord's Challenge is going to be there, and Garrosh will not... Wait, Malthael's not able to take down Banana. Zeratul takes down the Imperius, and here it is. The members of Copium are rallying here in map number 3. You love to see a series keep going, but it's not over. There's a monumental amount of structures to mutilate through these lanes. Still have all forts and most gates available. Top lane is probably the weakest of all. It's actually, yeah, top lane's the weakest of all. But this is going to be Garden Terror seed number 1 to side of Copium. Mid lane opened up a little bit. You saw an unkillable? I don't see anything unkillable right now. Maybe you saw the Indomitable from Garrosh, possibly?
We anticipate.
Possibly you saw the Indomitable? Because there is Unstoppable with that. Maybe it was a misread? Off the top of my head, nothing comes to mind that would give unkillable here. Like, Morales has unkillable, Stitches has unkillable, Lucio has unkillable. I think those are the only three here. Zul Jin technically with Tostingo. I think there's only like 4 heroes in the game that have unkillable stuff. Oh, you saw Taunted? Okay. No worries. As Stark said, Mitch, you're just crazy. It's, you know what? 100%ing Borderlands 3 is really taking its toll on you, bud. Yeah, Nika, I think so too. I can't think of a 5th one. Because when Zul Jin does do Tostingo, it does say unkillable. But once it expires, then obviously, you know, it's over.
My. Yet another seed.
Level 20, though, on the right-hand side, we do have Sergeant Pepper, which makes sense with the level 1 and level 4. We are going to be seeing your Impervious activate to become unstoppable and gain 75 spell armor for 3 seconds, hitting heroes with Center of Solarian Flare, reduces the cooldown by 5 seconds. Baseline cooldown 75. We have the Death Wish, which increases the Warlord's Challenge taunt to 2.5 seconds. And if someone dies within that window, it reduces the 50-second cooldown to 5. Ancestral Healing, Farseer's Blessing, Malthael holding level 20. I'm assuming it's No One Can Stop Death. Diamond Resolve, you're also going to be seeing your Haunt Gul'dan can be game winning, seriously. Diablo with a unique level 20 is going to go into Lord of Terror, activate to steal 10% of the maximum health of nearby enemy heroes and gain 5 souls per enemy hero hit. It's got a decent range on it too, if I can choose the right hero. There you go, that's the AoE activation. About the same as like Bulwark of Light. And Power Spike for the Hogger as well. We also see Shadow Stride Zeratul reduce the cooldown of Vorpal Blade by 10 seconds. Casting Vorpal Blade grants Zeratul a shield that absorbs 570 damage for 3 seconds. And the baseline cooldown for Vorpal Blade, if you don't know, because I totally do, and I have no problem with this, is going to be 15 seconds. So it'll be a 5-second cooldown of Vorpal Blade because of that level 20.
I feel a seed germinating. Are you ready for it?
Diablo split onto Imperius. We do have the Hyperion from Rainier. The Ancestral comes through in time. The Horrify from Gul'dan. The second health bar of Malthael won't be coming through. The Farseers doesn't get the activation. Masquerade, Lord of Terror, keeps him alive. Malthael buys back in with his level 20. Rhaegar goes down. Gul'dan to be traded. Serdath getting low. Can Raynor take him down? Big Celestial Charge is not going to be the setup for a kill, though. Azerite getting low. Diablo comes in with the Shadow Charge. There's going to be a mark. Raynor loses another 15% from Veteran Marksman right there. Masquerade does have full souls, and he will go down. Meanwhile, a massive wave in top lane is crashing onto a keep, and it will provide a hellish amount of damage into the structure. They're also AFK. Abathur isn't. Easy breezy, beautiful Abathur girl. Did you know that if you scout Abathur with a Sentinel, and if you see Abathur hatting a hero, you can Planet Cracker Abathur to death before he can unhat and move out of the Planet Cracker beam? That is the only value I've ever found with Planet Cracker. Not even kidding. We did it when Phoenix got released. There was an old Heroes of the Storm person that I used to work with. He's kind of a mean jerk, but obviously he's not around anymore, so I can... Dunkstick. Dunkstick and I were playing... We played together one time, and he was like, I got this idea. You play Tyrande, I'll play Phoenix. And literally, there was like an Abathur on the enemy team. We did that and killed him every single time. Garden Terrors will be summoned to the side of Rip. Diablo's gonna get... Oh, wait, hold on. Ariel's the one to get found with the Celestial Charge. That is humongous as their self-cast. Crystal Aegis, indeed, with the Diamond Resolve. The Horrify from Gul'dan comes out. The Shockwave into the backlight from the Hogger as Rhaegar goes down. The Apocalypse activated by the Diablo as well. Raynor will lose all of his veteran marksman stacks. Gul'dan is gonna be taken down. It's a 2-for-1 favoring the side of Copium as Copium are looking for more value here. Ariel does fall. The Hogwild from Hogger. Sven getting low, trying to back away. Staggering blow into him. 80-second death timer. Celestial Charge over the wall. The members of RIP, they want to let the objective win the game for them as it is going to be decimating the core, but it's not going to take it down quick enough. 75% on the core does remain. Bottom lane keep is getting really low. Celestial Charge misses. Top lane Garden Terror will confirm the third keep here. Bottom will go down. 68% remains for Copium.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
All three keeps are removed. Consistent catapult pressure in all three lanes. Big passive experience gain. Now it is 22 to 22. There's no more level scaling. Or excuse me, there's no more talent tiers to grab, but there's level scaling available. So that is one thing to consider. Let me go ahead and tab out and get us another snooze. No ads on this stream during games, especially during a grand finals. That pains me to hear. I'd be so mad. It was so... As the person killing the Abathur with that combo, it was great. The Abathur, I'm pretty sure, was not a happy camper. Whoever wins, GG. That's true. Overpower onto the Imperious. He's going to pop the Impervious and then go in onto Gul'dan. The Ancestral will connect onto Rhaegar. Farseers to splash around. Wrath of Angiris. Zeratul trying to make something happen. The Horrify from Gul'dan pushing people around, reducing armor. Rhaegar's the one to go down first in this engagement. Nano getting a little bit low. The Celestial Charge comes through, and it will be a trade as we do see Banana going down as well. Is this the beginning of the end? Has Copium fallen to RIP? Hogger the lone defender, Imperious the MVP with a quadra kill. Hogger will do what he does in bottom, but this is going to be RIP taking map number 3 in this best of 7 grand finals, and they are one map away from finding victory from the lower bracket. Azerite wants to make sure that they're around for the sustained damage. I don't mean this in a mean way. Azerite's not needed. This is a guaranteed win, as this will be map 3 to the side of RIP. Ladies and gentlemen, the bottom bracket team is one map away from victory in this best of 7 series. Imagine you get knocked into the lower bracket. You have an insane lower bracket run yesterday. You played in 2 best of 5s yesterday. You played in a best of 5 today, and you're now in this best of 7 series, and you're one map away from victory. We're gonna find out if the members of RIP can confirm this tournament and take a 4-0 victory as the lower side team, or if the members of Copium can reel it back in, if they can head to the broom closet, start assembling those brooms, get the dustpans, and start the reverse sweep. We're going to go ahead and roll out a block of ads. Could be the final block of ads of the day. Be sure to subscribe. If you're having a good time, please do consider subscribing. If you have bits or anything like that, every little bit helps us out, sustain full-time streaming, bringing you these great games, bringing you all this content, bringing you a fantastic, fun Sunday. Thanks for being here. And last but not least, use your Prime Gaming. I'll punch John Cena will punch a billionaire in the dick. Any billionaire. We're expanding our billionaire dick punching grounds.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Welcome in, everybody. Map number 4 of the grand finals of Murky Cup. We're totally not recording this after my internet went out during the actual tournament, so just pretend like it's Sunday and it's the finals. Get your cheering on, everybody. Left-hand side of the map is going to be Copium with your Nano Mephisto, Banana Alexstrasza, Samuro played by Sirdath, Masquerade Stitches, and Hopaka Hanzo. Right side of the map will be RIP. You've got your Crankle Arthas, Sven Illidan, Azerite Zagara, Blood on the Rexar, and On to be played by Vac. And of course, everyone knows Misha to be played by, where are you at, girl? Misha played by Misha.
Fight well, heroes.
Fight well, heroes, as we get into it. You've heard horror stories from your teacher friends. I'm seriously so worried about the future of like, education system in not just the United States, but like the whole world. And I think places outside of USA are probably cracking down on AI a lot harder. I want to say I read that in, like, Japan or Hong Kong during their, like, their exam season, they, like, shut off Chat GPT or something like that completely for the country. There was something about it, and I read that, and I was like, hell yeah, that's what we need. Look goes out from Stitches looking for something, and bottom lane, Azurite able to just wiggle around on this Bug Queen Zagara. We do have some level 1s to talk about here really quickly. We got Biotic Grenade with the contact healing, Flare for the Rexar, which is going to be able to scout out the rotations from mid to bottom, or wherever he utilizes it. Also going to be seeing your Corpse Feeders for the Zagara. That's going to be the Immolation, right, for your Illidan. We've also got the Frost Presence Arthas. It is going to be your Unyielding Power from Mephisto. Alexstrasza going for her Abundance, the Circle of Life level 1. Stitches matching with the Hungry for More. That is a bounty. We do have the Way of Illusion for Samuro and Simple Geometry on the Hanzo. I hate that, like, that is the most common thing, Kev, that it's like, yep, we're living in an idiocracy, and, like, every week feels like another example from that movie. I hate that, but also at the same time, it's true, and that's probably why I hate it so much. Critical thinking. I mean, critical thinking skills are lacking nowadays. The amount of people online that literally just lack any sort of critical thinking skills, it's astounding to me. I mean, I think Twitch is a great place for that as well. Biotic Grenade goes out. Crankle is going to be hooked back in, and Masquerade sets up the kill for Hanzo. First blood going over the left-hand side. Yo, what's up, Meow? How you doing, bud? People are learning that AI doesn't learn; it only regurgitates. It will not discover anything new. It only strings along things that make sense, even if it doesn't. Well, yeah, I mean that's why we have like machine learning essentially. Like that's like we are the ones who are supposed to be teaching the machines, but we're too stupid. Illidan jumps onto Hulpak in the top lane. Sven looking for the chase, will not be able to jump over the wall. No unbound pickup. Grizzled Fortitude for your Rexar. We actually have Biotic Enhancement for that on us. Alpaca will go down. Counter kill coming out from the side of Rip. Coke is being told to use real sugar, so we're all saved, right? The sad part about that is it's only in the United States. Like real sugar Coca-Cola exists like everywhere but USA because money reasons. Nano, bye-bye. Awesome, Simon. Good best of luck. Masquerade dropping low. Good damage onto the Stitches. Zagara will be able to get the kill with the help of Arthas. Arthas wants to chase onto the Alexstrasza. Little Death Coil goes out, but Crankle takes too many tower shots, needs to back away. You just finished working a third shift? Jesus. Welcome in, bud. We played a little bit of Stutterfolk. Now we're catching up on the Murky Cup games that my internet denied me being able to see, and then we're gonna do some Heroes Lounge casting. Cozy day of casting in the afternoon. Crankle in the bottom lane is trying to back away. Sonic Arrow goes out. The scatter's there as well. Arthas will be able to back off somehow, some way. Nice Spider Grenade goes out. Zagara picks up her second stack on Bile Drop level 7. We do have the anti-healer for the Ana. It is going to be unbound already at 11 of 15 stacks. Jesus. It's about a level has elapsed, and we're almost done with the talent. That's kind of crazy. I thought a few people would appreciate it, Cav, so... It's also, I mean, I also need it for YouTube as well. I don't want to, like, not have a grand finals on my YouTube channel. That'd be awkward. Skull Missiles picking up their 22nd stack right there. We do have Samuro holding top lane, or at least trying to. Sven jumps over here. Samuro swaps clones. This is going to be getting close to level 10 on both sides. So we'll cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what the damage, healing, and experience looks like here in map number 4 of this best of 7 series. As a reminder, if Rip wins this one, they are going to finish out the tournament with a 4-0 victory. I wouldn't say like a lackluster end, but a little bit of a womp-womp if it's a 4-0. Samuro in the top lane, still just brawling up against Sven. We do have Illidan diving in, trying to get more damage, and I think he's still working on those Unbound level 7 stacks. Azerite, do they get the channel in time? No! Samuro's on point, able to get that as Illidan continues. That's how Illidan is so close to finishing Unbound, is he's just banking or stacking so quickly off the Samuro mirror images. Eye of Horus, we've got Maw, that is going to be Hanzo going down in the top lane to the Arthas, as we do have Eye of Horus firing out from just below. It is going to be Syndragosa, which locked down the structure, allowing Sven, Illidan to dive in and find some decent damage here. Zillusmos, how you doing, bud? Top fort will go down. We have Rexar, Misha. Well, mostly Misha just sitting on the point. Hanzo apparently will fall to the Ana. I did not expect that in the top lane. Top fort will fall, and it looks pretty good for Rip here as the Arthas will finish out his Frost Presence. Illidan Unbound is done. It is going to be Eye of Horus. There's actually, we missed this completely, the hunt for Illidan. We do have Durance of Hate. Oh, I'm blanking on the name. Cleansing Flame. I was like, it's cleansing something. And I was like, Deep Cleansing? No, that's not right. It is going to be Master, Illusion Master for your Samuro, as well as Gorge, Stitches, Hanzo. Reading tooltips, deciding what they want to go into. Stitches 1 regeneration globe away from having the 10% total movement speed, and they do pick it up right there as we were talking about it. I wonder if it's going to be Dragon Strike. Wouldn't be bad to have some extra damage on top of that Durance of Hate lockdown. But even then, like, Dragon's Arrow would be a nice AoE setup for Durance of Hate to follow up. It's also a nice chunk of damage, but we're waiting to see what Hanzo's going to take at level 10 here. 6-1 in kills, favoring the side of Rip, as they've got a lead in this map series and finals. God dang it, Zig, how could you do that? That's so rude of you, Zig. Welcome in, bud. 13 talents here on the right side, though. Arthas lands the Howling Blast. Serdath is able to back away, swapping mirror images. Little self-cleanse right there. I don't believe we've had a Dragonite picked up yet on either side. Stitches slams into the lane. There's going to be a Gorge immediately onto the Arthas. Mephisto zoning with a little bit of Lightning Nova value. There's going to be a Durance of Hate into the Arthas. He's going to try and pop Syndragosa as he backs away. It won't be enough. Meanwhile, Samuro has pressure onto Azerite. There will be a Dragon's Arrow. It's going to yeehaw across the map as Samuro heads to top lane for Wave. We'll have 13 talent here coming through soon. No Dragonite in mid lane available in time, as Stitches is already on the point. You'll see Azerite try, but as they get to about 50, it'll be Stitches Masquerade with the counter channel, as another globe will be picked up.
It's on your mind, hillbilly.
Indeed.
What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, yeehaw, that's right.
Indeed, yeehaw. Alexstrasza trying to back away. Hanzo, good damage. Hunt from Illidan, point blank into Banana for maybe a little bit of CC. The Alexstrasza Cleansing Flame will get activated, chasing onto enemies with a bit of damage. She will drop down near where she's making these shots happen, so she'll just reposition Banana, making sure he's not going to be landing too far into the enemy team. I thought Masquerade had a hook there, but he will not be able to make the connection. We have 31 stacks for your Mephisto, 32 regeneration globes already on the Stitches. As bottom lane pressure continues, Cigar getting hooked. Is there a Gorge? Yes, indeed. Now I'm just thinking about what Nick Cage movies are, thinking about what Nick Cage best movie is. I mean, love talking about some Nick Cage movies, but let's focus in here. We can talk about Nick Cage in between our matches, as we do have more siege in the bottom lane from Nano and Mephisto. The hook goes out, not finding Misha or anyone else. Siege damage is pretty good with Lightning Nova right there. The sustain is wonderful. You also have Skull Missiles to clear out the wave and slams as well. Arthas looking to rotate into the bottom, and it is going to be top fort down, bottom fort down on the opposing sides. 5-5 in total structures as we get a bottom camp to be grabbed here. 16 talents here. It's going to be fast on the side of Rip for the current trajectory. 40 regeneration globes at about 10 minutes for the Stitches means he's got 15% movement speed when unmounted. Way to chase in on the enemies. Good disengage mobility as well when you're gorging someone. No Leap of Faith Ozandu was played earlier in this best of 7 series. Actually, it may have been banned out in the draft for this. I'm not 100% sure. 16 on the right side, though. Feigned Howling Blast from Art. This will go through. The Sleep Dart onto Masquerade as well. There's a Gorge. Sindragosa does get activated, locking down the structure. The Hunt for Milident will go down. I don't know where that hunt honestly was going to. There is going to be, though. Oh, it was probably Cleansing Flame. Alexstrasza was probably getting hunted. She pops Cleansing Flame. There's no target to hit. Interesting. Devouring Maw into 3. Is there anything to follow up that damage? Absolutely. Mephisto, Hanzo, and Alexstrasza will be going down. This is going to be Masquerade being chased by Sven on the Illidan. Krankle tanking a couple tower shots here. Siege Giants helping out. Take down this bottom lane fort as Masquerade starts hearthing in front of the fort front gate, trying to bait the Illidan into tower shots. Maybe a hook damage as well. Samuro will be able to get the top lane Sun Shrine as Arthas and friends continue to ravage the bottom lane keep front gate. Their hook goes out. That'll be onto Rexar, who gets a feigned death. There was no Gorge available, I believe. It's on 4 seconds. But siege through the bottom lane. And this will be keep taken down. I think they back away here. Illidan can hope. He cannot hunt out, because he's currently gorged into Endurance of Fate that misses, but Sven is dead. I think. He dead. All right. I don't think he could have hunted either because there's still like a small wind-up animation for it. Yeah. There's a small wind-up, so I feel like there might have been like a stun, like a hook or something just to get him out, or even a Dragon's Arrow, which was off cooldown. Rexar, Misha hold the top. Sunshrine, Moonshrine as well. It is a level lead favoring the side of Rips, 17 to 18. As well as a 5-kill advantage. Mephisto checks camp. Masquerade may be angling for a potential hook here. Gorge is down for 15 more seconds. Mephisto, unyielding power level 1 is done. Arthas will back away, drop to 50%. Zagara throws back a Bile Drop. She actually is already done with Bile Drop level 7, so the Corpse Feeders. Infested drops. Gosh, I never remember this base ability name. Unbound is done as well. Frost Presence finished out. Full Unyielding Power. Of course, the Circle of Life and the Way of Illusion. Symbol Geometry is done, and Stitches has 50 regeneration globes. Hit by a Sleep Dart. Endurance of Fate connects onto the Zagara. We do have a Boards Unleashed by the Rexar. The Hunt for Milident will not connect as there will be a Devouring Maw on the left side. Cleansing Flame coming down. Nisha's the first one to fall. Ana getting a couple heals out. The scatter from Hanzo's good. The natural agility chasing further. They're going to try and take down Rexar. The hook will not connect onto anyone. A bloodbath here in mid lane, as it will be looking like a 2-for-2, basically. Azurite will fall, though. Samuro's sustained damage is decent. Alexstrasza on the left side trying to play by the tower shots. A hook onto Krankle. Arthas does have his Frozen Waste active, or his Frost Presence. Samuro, they want to try and chase down the Arthas. The minion wave is in the wave. Samuro jumps forward with the mirror images, but has to back off immediately. Is there a hook? It is going to be there and available to the Illidan. 10 seconds on Gorge, as we do have Arthas able to hearth out completely. Illidan still pressuring on a banana here. I don't know if Sven will be able to sustain this. Dives back through the enemy, gets gorged. Another globe for Stitches. We do have no CC available. Sidewall, that is going to be Sven using Sidewall to sustain, trying to take down Banana, but Tower Shot will be not enough. The armor, how is Sven alive that long? Jesus. That was a really annoying Illidan. Just Illidan things, yeah, right? Well, Stitches and 4 globes is going to be able to have 20% movement speed, but just looking really quickly, currently has 1,425 extra HP. His current total max HP is nearing 8,000. The opposing Arthas on the other side is got about 1,200-ish less than this Stitches. Kind of crazy. Big health boost. We do get into 20 talent here on both sides. I believe this is the first Dragon out of the game, and it does get picked up by Copium. We'll actually see the Cleansing Flame upgrade on Ruby Wings, healing or damaging heroes 8 or more times with Cleansing Flame activates Dragon Queen for 15 seconds upon landing. You do have your Mimic for Mephisto, 3-Blade Style Samuro, Gas Bag, Stitches, and Bullseye on the Hanzo. We'll see the Deadeye for your Ana at level 20. Kill Command, Rexar, Pack Instincts. You'll see the Absolute Zero, and Illidan. Considering his 20, what does he want to do? Nexus Blades? Is he going to go nowhere to hide? Is he going to go Bolt of the Storm for a little bit more mobility and safety? Hook goes through to the side over here, almost finding the Arthas. It is Bolt of the Storm, by the way, for Sylvanas. 70-second cooldown. All right, camp on the bottom to be grabbed here. We'll see Misha anchoring in the bush. She'll be pulled back. Flare goes out. But the camp is grabbed, so the assumption is the enemy's there. Samuro mirror image was showing in mid lane. 3-kill difference favoring the side of Rip. Bullseye lands on Misha. Hook to pull her back in. They get the kill. 2 more regeneration globes, and Masquerade can't pick up another one. Currently sitting at 68. Well, was sitting at 67. Nice, 69. Very nice. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. Well done, Masquerade. No more globes for you. You win Heroes of the Storm. Hook finds the Arthas into an immediate gorge. Dragon's Arrow zones. Kill command from Rexar. Endurance of Fate will find the Mimic overlap is beautiful. And that will be Cleansing Flame as well from Alex Struzza. She should be landing as a giant dragon. Bottom keep is going to be taken down. And the members of Copium, they want to try and reverse sweep this. We'll see if they're able to do so, because it looks like they're approaching core for map number 4. Keep this series alive in a best-of-7 grand finals, as it's 71 regeneration globes for the Stitches. Feign Death interrupts or avoids any sort of hook right there. We do have Nano backing off. Gets a lot of healing over time from the Alex Struzza. On that circle as well, Sven will go down the Illidan. Core shielding has not fallen yet. Surdeath on the Samuro will be fine. As the core shielding is starting to fall here a little bit. Rexar does go down. We do have a hook into Ana. She'll fall as well. Zagara, the lone defender on the left side, is unable to save the core, and this will be map number 4 over to the side of Copium. GG, well played. So now we can talk about Nick Cage movies. Bear, have you seen Willy's Wonderland? If you've ever wanted to see man versus, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, that's all I'm going to tell you. Oh, dude, you got to see Willy's Wonderland. Literally, Nick Cage doesn't speak an entire word in the entire movie. Nick Cage said that he would take the role if he didn't have, yeah, it's a scary movie. Like, I'm not gonna, like, it's, you could argue it's a thriller. It's a scary movie. So if you're not into scary movies, then never mind. Because also, there's a, you know I'm a big Lovecraftian fan. I love Color Out of Space. They did a really good job with Color Out of Space, but that one does have horror aspects as well. We're going to run some ads and talk about Nick Cage movies. If you don't want to miss any of the riveting Nick Cage content or conversation, be sure to subscribe. If not, you should subscribe either way, because you love Bandit and you love Heroes Casting. And that's pretty much the trade.
Prepare yourselves.
Oh, I should have got tea. Oh, well, I'll get some after the game. On the left-hand side of this best-of-7 grand finals for the Murky Cup on the left, it is Copium. You've got your Morales, Tychus, Leoric, Cho, and Gall. Right side will be Rip, trying to close things out with a 4-1 victory, and Season 2 being victorious here in Season 2 of Murky Cup. We've got your Sonya, Zul'jin, Chromie, Deckard, and Uther. No gamble, none of that stuff. We're just going to sit here and enjoy the games today. And then when we're done casting all this, we'll jump over to some Heroes Lounge. So we got Heroes casting all the rest of the day today. So sit down, strap in, grab a beverage, grab some food, and let's enjoy the day together. Time Walker's Pursuit, level 1 for the Chrome. You got Sapphire on the Decker Cane, Silver Touch Uther. You got a Caliside for the Cho. Taskmaster Gull. Consume Vitality for your Leoric. Quarterback Tychus. And it's going to be the, not Extended Care, but the Life Support at level 1 for Morales. Bone Slicer Zul Jin level 1, by the way. As we will see Cho'Gall trying to chase down Sven. And what is Sven going to go into? Is it Tough as Nails? Are we going to see Furious Blow? Is it going to be your... It is going to be Furious Blow, okay. I did see recently a Sonya player going into Warpaint level 1, and I was like, man, we haven't seen Warpaint in such a long time since Slam build is pretty much the priority. Leoric up against Sonya in the top. Seems like Sonya's taking a little bit of damage. Trading back and forth there. Speaking of trading... Crankle Luther is trying to back away. Cho'Gall pushing up a wave. Little stun onto the Cho'Gall right there, but no tower shots. Focusing onto the monstrosity. As minion wave was available. First objective phase will be in the top lane, but the bottom lane fort front gate gets completely opened up by Zul Jin and friends as they rotate in aggressively, trying to take down... Oh, no, they're going to be going for the Leoric. Gets a Wraith Walk. 280 HP for Serdath. Will not be taken down. Stun immediately from the Uther here. There's going to be a Surging Fist out. We have the Grievous Throw as well. The slow, the root, the chromie damage, but it's not enough to take down big bad Cho'Gall. Bottom lane camp will be grabbed here as well. And Horror Anomaly on the level 4 for the chromie as Crankle is just running at this Morales. Nano is split though. Time Trap finds the small CC needed. And First Blood goes over the side of a rip. I kill Rog to be cleared away here really quickly. Leoric is just pushing things up and top onto the fort front gate before the objective phase, which is going to get announced in about 10 seconds. Camp on the right to be grabbed. Left side worked on as well. Level 4 for the Morales, by the way, going to be Cellular Reactor. Consume 30 energy to heal Morales for 30% of her maximum health over 3 seconds. Caduceus Reactor is disabled while this is active. Passively, generate 2 energy each time Safeguard reduces damage up to a maximum of 10 energy per use. Master Assassin on the Tychus. You got Potion of Shielding. So with Master Assassin, the assumption is it's going to be Odin because you still get that 10% passive attack speed bonus on the Odin as well. All right, left and right camps are grabbed. Time Walk's Pursuit sees the Leoric on the high side of this. Azerite running in immediately. Lands the Grievous Throw, or the... Oh, no, Azerite, no! Zul Jin steps up a little too aggressive there and will be taken down. Nice damage from Chromie onto the wave available. Oh! Onto the camp that was pushing up there. Speaking of things pushing up, Sonya the bottom lane is like, alright, we're losing objective without Zul Jin. Cool, I'm gonna go get us a fort in the meantime. Because, yeah, she should be able to get this all on her own. Leoric is rotating down, so that might hinder this siege value, and Sonya just immediately breaking off. Okay. Now, Leoric is showing in bottom, but the objective phase has been completely gathered by Copium, and they'll move this in through top lane. Cho'Gall clearing out the wave really quick. Level 7 approaching. We also do have healing debuff at level 7 from that Decker Cane with the Emerald. Grievous Throw continues with the Vicious Assault at level 7. Punisher goes down, getting some, not all of this gate. Crankle trying to back away from those Dread Orbs. $25 in the camp for bottom lane. Left and right camps are about a minute plus. Fallen Shamans are 2.5 minutes. And we're looking at a 7-minute-ish Punisher. Slowing Sands. There's also going to be a nice Herodric Cube with the Sapphire applied for a potential 65% healing or movement speed debuff. Though as I see the rotation in the top lane, Cho'Gall trying to back away here. Spear for some CC. Cho'Gall will tap well. Deckard, okay, the Deckard healing, okay. I was like, the Deckard healing debuff, is it going to just mitigate the well? But no. It all times out just fine for the Cho'Gall. We're going to get into 10 talent tiers very soon here in map number 5. goes out onto this Uther. A little bit of damage as well, but he backs off just fine. Zul'jin with a few more autos into Cho'Gall. This is going to be your Mortar Punisher from mid lane, as I mentioned. Still about a minute and a half or so. Maybe a little bit more than that for our objective announcement and contestation. Paler camp in bottom lane is going to be grabbed. Rip just trying to macro and pull in the experience for the heroics here. It's going to be a pretty equal heroic... Oh, wait, no, hold on. That's going to be a stun onto Tychus. The grenade from Morales does come out, but now Tychus is trying to back away the slowing sands. The body blocks are being attempted by this Uther. The Cho'Gall comes in as well. Silver Touch finished up by the Uther as well. Zul'jin continues to auto and auto. Banana low, Nano no, but Crankle may go down here, and Uther does fall. That's Ghost Heals available, but Wraith Walk in from Leoric. Healing debuff applied. Armor build? What? I mean, he has armor piercing values later on, but I think the big thing is just literally what the talents do. It's not just anti-armor. I mean, it's also a lot of damage. It's a huge damage increase as well. Like, sustained single target damage increase. And that's literally the name of the game from Rip. They stun one target, they mark it, and they delete it. Alright, so it is going to be your Stim for Morales. Odin, of course, as we mentioned, for Tychus. We do have Leoric and Tomb, Twisting Nether, and Twilight Hammer. Going to be looking for Sonya, Wrath Berserker. We have Toss Dingo, Slowing Sands. We already have the level 13 for Chromie with the timeout. Lornado for the Decker Kane, and Divine Storm for the Uther. As they look to run up on Morales, the grenade from Tychus actually kind of helping. We do have the Wrath Berserker active right there. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of sustain onto a couple people here. The Twisting Nether, the Slowing Sands, the Entomb. Zul'jin is just continuing to throw in auto after auto. That will be a triple kill for the members of RIP. Alrighty, well, objective phase number 2 will go over to the right side. Sonya smashing a wave into the fort here on top, but Leoric will be able to clear that away with the extra kills that were just picked up and the siege to be found as well. This will be 13 for Rip during the siege, as I see Uther breaking off towards bottom. Okay, so he's gonna go split soak while the rest of the team pushes. Maybe Sonya in top lane. Yeah, I do see her doubling back up to top. 12 stacks already for your Zul'jin. Needing another 15 or so autos into enemies just to be able to get the extra 1.1 range increase, increasing you to 6.6. As Chromie finds the final damage on the fort there. You do see the Eye of Zul'jin, basic attacks against heroes. Grant Zul'jin 6% movement speed up to 2 seconds to 30%. So basically, Zul'jin can sustain chase enemies at mount speed. You mark them, the mark doesn't go away, you deal a lot of increased damage, and you continue to chase in. Divine Storm from Uther will be forced out. Crankle trying to back away. Grenade, he's trying to get to that heal, but he gets hit with a healing debuff from the level 13 at Cho'Gall, and the Tychus will be able to take down the Uther. Now, meanwhile in top lane, Sonya gets a fort. But yeah, level 1 for the Bone Slicer. Grievous Slow now pierces through all enemies hit and restores 15 mana per hero hit. Additionally, Grievous Throw mark is no longer removed by basic attacks. And then you also have the Vicious Assault, increase the duration of Grievous Throws marked by 3 seconds and its damage bonus by 45. And then you can sit there and you can chase after people with Eye of Zul'jin. Armor really hasn't been a big thing right now. Odin has armor, and Cho'Gall can, but it's really not been like an issue for the side of Rip. I guess Morales does give armor as well, doesn't she? With Safeguard. But honestly, it's 3 seconds. Entomb from Leoric. Sven's going to try and trade into this. Does have Wrath of Berserker active, but Cho'Gall is on the way, and Sven knows they can't sustain this 1v1 because it's not going to be a respectful 1v1, as we do have... It's honestly... Heine's sight is 2020, but if Sonya just committed to the 1v1 right there, she would have gotten the kill then died, but oh well. Frozen Punisher in the top lane coming up next. Didn't see when the last one went down, so I'm going to assume probably somewhere in the 12-minute mark in game time. Leoric pushing another wave into top. 10 seconds on your Sonya death timer. Still haven't seen any activation of Stim, by the way. 75% attack speed and 25% movement for 10 seconds. 70-second cooldown. Believe it's an active cooldown, so technically 60 seconds. Oh, Cursor, where are you going there, bud? Oh, 16 talent here will be here soon for both. Tychus clearing out a wave in bottom. Uther looking to maybe invade this time. Walker Pursue gets vision. Grenade into Twilight Hammer. Crankle setting up for a Divine Storm. Will get it. The Entomb from Leoric blocking. Spear from Sonya. The Twist and the other comes out as well. Slowing stands down on the ground as Cho'Gall looks to back away. Sonya looking to chase in further. There's going to be your No Mercy. Zul'jin basic attacks against heroes marked with a Grievous Throw, Ignore Armor, and additionally deal 2% of maximum health as damage. Park. Sonya lands a spear. Oh, no, actually misses the spear right there. There's going to be Zul'jin activating his Amani Rage as Crankle on the top of our screen is getting low here. Divine Storm was not available. Not sure why he stepped in so aggressive. That is going to be a stim onto somebody. I think it might have been the Cho'Gall. He gets taken down. Leoric. Oh, Zul'jin will not chase in, actually. They're going to go for objective phasing. All right, 12 minutes in game time. Look at that. Are they still making, like... Well, I guess WoW has stuff coming out. I know there's gonna be WoW stuff at Gamescom because Blizzard literally already said, like, be excited for Gamescom. We have WoW stuff for you. I'm really curious about Gamescom in August. I'm excited to see what we're gonna be getting from that. Also, we get to do a bingo card that day. I gotta look and see when those shows are. Maybe after this map, we'll take a look and see what Gamescom looks like while the ads roll out. But right now it's 5 to 6 in kills, 17.5 to 18, and it's all favorable to the side of Rip as they start opening up the keep front gate top lane. And he goes out from your Morales to Poke. Odin being summoned here as well. Punisher jumps over to Leoric. Stim activated onto the Odin. Trying to get all that damage output onto this boss, but it's not, or not the boss, sorry, onto the, I got Raid Boss on the mind, onto the Punisher, and it doesn't look like that'll be deterring this top lane keep from falling. Zul'jin looking at chasing on the Nano, and look at that damage output. Yeehaw, partner. Azerite, though, getting low. Has Tostitos available, and it seems like the call from Rip is to back away after getting the keep. They do have a bottom lane fort that will fall. But I guess they're going to wait for more stackage on Zul'jin, more advancement towards 20. The big thing to mention for Chromie is that she does have that unraveling Slowing Sands. Haven't had a raid group. Man, maybe my Twitch community should just get together and create their own raid group. Divine Storm, that's going to be Slowing Sands with the Unraveling. Twist and Others coming out as well. Azerite getting really low. Tostinga will be activated to just go through some of these health bars. Uther will go down. He doesn't have Redemption. Cho'Gall will back away, and they decide, you know what? Leoric is a pretty good target here. Maybe instead we'll just go for Nano as the Slowing Sands have zoned, and Tychus will fall as well. Cho'Gall was able to run away, as our next Punisher will be looking like 16.5 in-game time, something like that. Sonya spears in. A lot of damage onto her right now. Activates the level 20 Ignore Pain. Sven focusing on core, just wants the tournament here. Has to back away. Shielding was dropped a little bit. Potions are available from Decker Kane. Sven backs off. Trying to also sustain Wrath Berserker, but that purple bar is going to expire and we'll be able to back away just fine. Arcane Punisher for the bottom lane, and the keep front gate is completely healthy. Fallen Shaman will be grabbed. Alright, Azerite is just going to rotate into mid with Blood. Wraithwalk in from Leoric and tomb up in 2 seconds, but no level 20. It is Ignore Pain, as well as the Amani Resilience. You've got your Unraveling. Hey, we got a Decker Kane Perfect Gems. You love to see it. Redemption for the Uther as well. Level 20 almost here for the members of Copium as Uther looks to step up in bottom. By the way, it is Divine Storm level 10. I don't think I've seen a Lordnado from Decker Kane yet. If maybe there was one actually in this skirmish over here and it was just overlapped with everything else, but love a good Perfect Gems game from a Decker Kane, especially with Sapphire and Emerald. Well, Cho'Gall is going to be going into the Hour of Twilight. You've also got the Twilight Frenzy, Buried Alive. This is Hospice Care, and you'll have big red button for the Odin as well. All right, could be the final Punisher of this series, map, and tournament. Let's go ahead and find out here. Impaler Camp grab for the mid lane. Let's remove our talents. It's a 2-kill advantage, level advantage on the side of Rip for both of those. Top lane wave is pretty beefy. 2 catapults are approaching towards the core, and there's no periodic catapult to push that back as the fort on the right side is still up. Grenade from Morales going out. Zul'jin with a few autos going in. Hospice Care applied to the Cho'Gall there with that armor activation. The Orc Wraith walking in. Gets the Entomb Buried Alive onto the Uther. Ancient Blessings come through as well. Uther will be able to back away. It's going to be a Lordnado through all of this, and that'll be Zul'jin fighting the last little bit of damage onto Leoric. Now we do have more Hope coming out from Chromie. Stim onto Nano. Odin looking to jump back into this. Looks like we had a little DC there potentially. Core is being assailed, and honestly, just stopping the backs is the important part right now. Leoric is up in 30 seconds, less maybe. Sonya coming in, Twilight Hammer to push back the enemy. Zul'jin, Tostingo's available, and he does not want to activate it. Oh, Catapult in top lane that did fixate onto the core has got it down to 82%. Meanwhile, though, the Punisher being finished out by the right side.
Red team has summoned an arcane Punisher.
Shine from Deckard auto attack buff? What? Are you talking about Herodric Staff for the bonk? For the stun? Punisher here in the bottom lane. Oh, Ancient Blessings. Yeah, that's the golden AoE. There's, yeah, Ancient Blessings, the little golden activation right there. Uther will go down, but he's got Redemption level 20. Punisher in the bottom lane is going to take down the keep. Jumping over to Leoric, but he had a Wraithwalk active. Nice Scroll of Sealing going down. Another Hospice Care activation for the Cho'Gall. Stim activated onto this Tychus as well. Punisher's on core. Mid lane Impaler Camp working on the keep. Punisher jumps over to Cho'Gall. Divine Storm from the Uther onto the unkillable Odin on the right, on the left-hand side of the engagement. The core shielding is dropped, and Leoric falls. Uther will go down once again, but no redemption this time. Punisher cleared away. Zul'jin with the Tostingo going in for it, and that will be tournament picked up by Rip. They win the entire thing in a 4-1 best-of-7 series, fighting their way from the bottom bracket. GG, well played.